My name is Tunde Idris. So I'm one of the lecturers that will take you public sector accounting. So as time goes on, after our lecture, I will send you my own course outline, the area that I'm going to take for the old diets on this public sector accounting. So my colleague was around yesterday, Mr. Wasiu Yusuf. So he has started the introduction to public sector accounting, discussed introduction to public sector accounting yesterday. He talked about basis of accounting. He also discussed users of public sector accounting. So today we are going to look at local government accounting. Local government accounting, that is the first topic I'm going to discuss. Local government accounting. So we start with what is local government. As we all know, local government is a grassroots government. It's the last tiers of government, and local government was established in 1976. Why local government was created is to ensure that the impact of government have to get to the people at the grassroots. So that is the reason why they create local government. They believe that when local government is created, the people, especially those in the rural area, will feel the impact of government in the area of dividend of democracy. So that is the reason why local government was created. So it's the last tiers of government that was created to provide economic development and growth to the people at the grassroots. So we start with reason for creation of local government. According to my study material, number one reason for creation of local government is to bring government closer to the people at the grassroots. To bring government closer to the people at the grassroots. It is one of the reasons why local government was created. Another reason for creation of local government is local government reform aims to accelerate development and enable local population participate. So what this one is saying now is creation of local government is going to accelerate development, especially in the rural area. There will be more development, there will be more construction of road, there will be creation of public healthcare center, primary healthcare center, primary education, waste management, better securities. So it will accelerate development. Another reason for creation of local government is local government creation serve as a leadership training for future political leader. That is number 3. It serve as a leadership training for future political leader. What this one means is that those who are aspiring to become the governor, to become the House of Rep, to become the senator, they will start learning about government from the local government. That means they will start from contesting for the position of councillor, followed by local government chairman, and so on like that. So local government is going to groom those who are going to run the affair of the country in the future. So it serves as a leadership training for future political leader. So the ideology is that when you want to start politics, it is better you start at the grassroots, which is the local government, so that you can have more training from that local government. From there, you proceed to state. From state, you proceed to federal. So it serves as a leadership training. Another reason for creation of local government is local government creation will address the issue of domination or marginalization. Some people, they believe that the area is being marginalized that in a particular state, some of the tribe, we said, we have not produced governor for since this state was created. So they believe that they have been marginalized. When they created local government, such issue of domination that it's only some certain tribe will be dominating the state government, or the issue of marginalization, that some people have been marginalized, is going to be addressed, because those people that feel that they have been marginalized, we have local governments too. Some of their representatives too will be in the local government. So it will address their issues one way or the other. So local government address the issue of domination and marginalization. Now, another reason for creation of local government will provide job opportunities. When they created local government, they will employ staff. So some of the people working in the local government is going to reduce the rate of unemployment in the long run, because those who are working in the local government, one way or the other, they have job. So creation of local government also provide opportunity for employment. So some people were employed as a result of creation of local governments. Another one is establish. Another reason for creation of local government is establishing a channel of communication. Local government, when they create it, it will serve as a means of communication. It will serve as a means of communication. If you want to communicate to the state government, you will communicate to your local government chairman. Your local government chairman will pass the message across to the state governor. State governor will pass the message across to the president. So local government provide better opportunity or establish a channel of communication from your traditional ruler. If you have any issue affecting your community, you can channel that issue to your traditional leader, or you channel it to your councillor. From your councillor, the councillor will channel it to the chairman. Chairman is going to table the matter to the governor. From the governor, it will move to the president. So it establishes a channel of communication. Another one, promoting participation in politics. Creation of local government will encourage more people to participate in politics, because some people believe to participate in state politics is going to take a lot of process. It's going to be stressful. So the creation of local government, more people is going to participate in politics. They will understand what politics entail. You understand? It will give them avenue to participate. More people will contest for position of councillor. More people will contest for position of chairman. So more people will get political appointment through creation of local government. So those are the reasons for creation of local government. Like I said, number one reason for creation of local government is to bring government closer to the people, while number two is to accelerate development. And number three is to serve as a leadership training. Number four is to address the issue of domination and marginalization. Number five, creating job opportunity, which is employment opportunity. While number six is establishing a channel of communication. Number seven, which is the last, is promoting participation in politics. So that is the reason for creation of local government. Reason for creation of local government. Now, the next area we should look at now is, let's look at function of local government. What are those functions performed by the local government in Nigeria? Let's look at those functions performed by the local government. Number one, local government, one of their functions, as stated in the 1999 Constitution. All these functions I want to mention is stated clearly in the 1999 Constitution as the major function of the local governments. One of them is the consideration of economic planning and making recommendation to the State Commission on development of the local government area. What this one is talking about is that local government, they will be the one to recommend to the state governor that, state governor, there's a bridge that you need to construct in our local government. This bridge is going to create a lot of impact to that area. It's going to create a lot of business, commercial activity in that area. They will be the one to recommend to the state governor what kind of development is needed in their area. It's one of their functions. They will look at the area that the state governor can assist them. Look at our state governor, we need more hospital in this our local government. Our state governor, please help us to provide more security. Our state governor, we need more road. Please, this our major road. Help us to construct, tie it. So all this in terms of development is going to, local government will recommend to the state in most of the cases. States are not residing in the local government. So local government, they are the one nearest to the people. They will be the one that they will question those who are living in that area that, what do you need from the state governor? What do you need from the state government? What do you want the state government to do for you? So they will give feedback to the state that this is kind of development we need. So that is one of the functions of local governments. Another function of local government, establishment and maintenance of cemetery, burial ground, and home for destitute. In a community, in an area, anything that have to do with cemetery, burial grounds, home for destitute, homeless people, you understand? Internal display people, lodge, it is local government that will provide that. It is local government that will provide that to the people. Another function of local government is licensing of bicycle, truck, motor car, etc. They will be the one to give license to all these motorcycle, tricycle, and so on like that. They will be the one to know the motorcycle that will operate within their area. They will be the one to know the tricycle that will operate within their area. It is the function of local government. State don't have time to be doing that. Another function of local government is establishment and maintenance of markets, car park, and public convenience. Establishment and maintenance of what? Market, car park, and public convenience. It is the local government that will establish anything that have to do with public markets, where people can buy, they can trade and sell. They can buy and sell, trading. It is the function of local government to establish markets in every area. More so, They will be the one to establish a car park where people can park so that there will not be indiscriminate parking in the road. This is a car park area. Once you park there, you pay for car park fee. Public convenience, public toilets. Local government will provide public toilet in every area so that people cannot, they will not litter the environment. So all these are the function of local government. Another function of local government: construction and maintenance of roads, streets, drain, park, and other public facility as prescribed by state legislature. Some of the road, inner road, it is the local government that will construct it. Inner road, street, it is the local government that will construct it. Drainage, where with drainage, so that during the rainy season, the area will not be littered with water. So it is the local government that will construct it. So, and other public facility like police stations, it is the local government that will do that. So that is that. Another function of local government is naming and numbering of houses. If you want to name a street, number Adeboale Street, Adeyemi Street, Ajayi Street, it is the local government that will accredit the name of the street. Anything that have to do with numbering of houses, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, state don't do that. It is the function of local government that will name all the houses within the street. This is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 4. Another function of local government: program and maintenance of public convenience. Public convenience and facility for refuse disposal. They will be the one to provide public toilets. They will be the one to provide refuse disposal center so that people cannot litter the environment with dirty. Another one: registration of deaths, births, and marriage. Registration of deaths, births, and marriage. When a new baby was born, birth certificate, the valid birth certificate should be provided by local government. It is local government that will give out birth certificate that this particular person was born in our government on so date. Anything that has to do with birth certificate, it is the local government that will do that. Marriage certificate, anything that has to do with registry, it is the function of local government, not the function of federal government. Though before the creation of local government, federal government under Ministry of Interior, they are the one that manage registry. So after they now create local government, they have give out the function to the local government. Henceforth, local government, you are the one that will do the function of marriage registry. But as I'm talking to you, there are still some registry owned by federal government. But according to the Constitution, it is the function of local government to give out marriage certificate, not federal government. So that is the reason why Association of Local Government of Nigeria, they took federal government to court as to the Ikoyi registry, that they want to take over the Ikoyi registry. That Ikoyi registry should belong to a local government, not federal government. Because according to the function as stated in the 1999 Constitution, marriage certificate is the function of local government. Another function of local government is control and regulation of outdoor advertising, movement, keeping of pets, shop, kiosks, restaurants, and other places for sale of food to the public, and laundries. What this one is talking about, it is the local government that control anything have to do with advertising. When you have a shop, you now put a billboard, a bill, a signage in the front of your shop. You need to pay for outdoor signage fee, site fee. It is the government that will collect that. For you to have a pet like dog, you need to register with local government. Anything that have to do with kiosks, cake lamp, they need to register with local governments too. Another function of local government is provision of primary education. Provision of primary education. Primary education, primary school, construction of primary school, public primary school. It is local governments that need to be doing that, not state. Construction of public primary school. It is local government that need to be doing that, not state government. So management and construction of public primary school, it is the function of local government. States don't have right for that. Provision for primary healthcare services. Primary healthcare services, where people can have access to antenatal service. It is the function of local government that will do that, not state. Primary healthcare center, it is the function of local government, not a state government. Provision for water supply in a rural area. Water supply in a rural area. Local government have function of providing, ensuring that people have access to potable water. So all these, as I mentioned, they are all the function of local government. So ladies and gentlemen, as a good student of public sector accounting, we need to know at least 8 functions of local government. 8 functions of local government. 8 functions of local government. We need to know that. If a question wants to be asked, they will ask, what are the functions? We need to know at least 8 functions. In my study material here, I have more than 8 functions of local government, or even more than 10. But as a good student, we need to know at least 8 functions of local government. Like number 1, consideration for economic planning. Make recommendation to the state government on development of the local government area. That is number 1. Establishment and maintenance of cemetery, burial ground, home for destitute. Licensing of truck, tricycle, bicycle, motorcycle, etc. Establishment and maintenance of public markets, car park, and public convenience. Construction and maintenance of roads, streets, drain, park, and other public facilities. Naming of roads, numbering of houses is also one of the functions of local government. Provision and maintenance of public conveniences, facility for refuse disposal. Registration of death, birth, and marriage certificates. Provision for primary education. Provision for primary healthcare service. Provision for rural water supplies. So all these are the function of local government. Now, let's look at sources of local government revenue. What are the sources of local government revenue? Sources of local government revenue. When we talk about sources of local government revenue, the sources of local government revenue can be grouped into three heads. The sources of local government revenue can be grouped into three heads, namely statutory sources, number 2, permissive sources, while number 3, incidental sources. Let's look at what are those sources of revenue under statutory sources. Number 1 is statutory allocation from federation account. Statutory allocation from what? Federation account. This statutory allocation from federation account, 20.60% of the federation account is being accrued to the local government. It's going to be shared by the 776 local governments in Nigeria. This one is coming from the FAC. Federal Allocation Account Committee. It's coming from federation account. You know, under the federation account is an account that belongs to the 3 tiers of government. It belongs to federal government, it belongs to state government, it also belongs to local government. At the end of every month, the revenue accrued to the federation account, like sales of crude oil, company income tax, mining, licensing, is going to be shared among the 3 tiers of government. Federal government will collect their own portion. State government will collect their own shares, while local government will collect their own share. The one belong to local government is 20.60% of that fund in the federation account is going to be given to the 776 local governments. And what this one means is that every state, when they want to pay their federation account, they will pay it to the local government joint account controlled by the state governor. Every state, take for instance, Lagos State, we have 20 recognized local governments. If they want to pay their statutory allocation of that 20 local government of Lagos State to the local government in Lagos State, they will not pay it to each of the account of the local government. They will pay it to a joint account. That joint account belongs to the 20 local government. But the idea thing is that the signatory to that joint account, the person that have power to disburse money, to withdraw money from that joint account, is the state governor. So they don't pay it, they did not pay this share direct to each of the local government accounts. That is the reason why people are agitating for local government autonomy. Once we have local government autonomy, that means local government can stand on their own. They are not under the control of the state governor. By virtue of that, their share of statutory allocation is going to be paid direct to the account. They will be the one to control it, not the state governor. But as I'm talking to you right now, even despite the Supreme Court judgment that the share of local government statutory allocation should be paid to the account direct, the local government should stand on their own, it should not be controlled by state governor. They are still paying it to their joint account. They are yet to implement the judgment of the Supreme Court that said it should be paid direct to them. If you want local government to be autonomous, you will start from local government election. Local government election. You have to start from there by ensuring that when they want to conduct local government election, it's being conducted by INEC, not the electoral body established by the state governor. How can that be possible? During the general election, as we are doing our general election, tentatively, we should do local government election too, controlled by INEC. If INEC are the one conducting election for the local government, governor don't have power to remove the local government chairman, because governor we know that he cannot conduct the election. So local government autonomy will start from restructuring of how we elect the local government officials, how we elect the local government chairman, how we elect the local government councillor. How do we conduct the election? So statutory allocation from federation account is one of the statutory sources of local government revenue. Another sources of local government revenue is 10% of state internally generated revenue. 10% of state internally generated revenue. 10% of state internally generated revenue. What this one means is that state government, they normally generate revenue from personal income tax, from land use charge, from advertisement, from so many areas state government generate revenue, from transport. According to the constitution, if a state generates 500 billion in a month, 10% of 500 billion, which is 50 billion, should be shared to the local government within that state. Within that state, it should be shared to the local government. So one of the statutory sources of local government revenue is 10% state internally generated revenue. Another statutory sources of local government revenue is fee and other charges imposed by the council under its creation, under its instrument of creation and act of parliament. Fee and other charges imposed by the council under its instrument of creation and act of parliament. Another sources of local government revenue under statutory sources, share of value added tax. 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 So these are the statutory sources of local government revenue. Let's look at permissive sources of local government revenue. Permissive sources of local government revenue. What are the permissive sources of local government revenue? Number one, taxes and levies. Taxes and levies. Number two, radio and television license fee. Number three, shop and kiosk rates. Number four, tenement rates. Number five, on and off liquid fee. Slaughter slab fee is another permissive sources. Marriage and death registration fee. Motor park levies. All these are the permissive sources of local government revenue. Advertisement permit fee. Religious places establishment permit fee. Customary burial ground permit fee. Wrong parking charges. All these are the permissive sources of local government revenue. Let's look at incidental sources of local government revenue. What are the incidental sources of local government revenue? Number one, incidental sources. Proceed from economic projects undertaking. This one means proceed from commercial undertaking. Local government too can be doing business. They can be renting of all for marriage or for any event center. They can have event center that people, if they want to do any event, they can go and rent it. Local government can engage in farming business. Local government can engage in transportation business. There are some local government, they have transport that they give out to people on hire purchase. So that proceed from economic project is also known as proceed from commercial undertaking. Is one of the incidental sources of revenue. Grants from the federal or state government. Grants from the federal or state governments is also one of the sources of local government revenue under incidental sources. Investment income. Investment income. Investment income. Local government can have investment in bank. They can have a fixed deposit in bank that will be yielding interest. They can have a shares. They can subscribe for a shares in the company so that it will be yielding interest. It will be yielding dividend every year. So it's an investment income. Proceeds from sales of seized goods, boarded vehicle. Those who are selling on the road that is not approved by the local government, selling on the main road, local government can go and enforce, set up a task force. They will go and carry their good, confiscate the good. They have power to sell the good on auction. Or during the environmental, those people that open their shop, they did not follow the environmental law, that they are not doing environmental. So local government can carry their good and sell it. Boarded vehicles, those vehicles that are passing one way, or indiscriminate parking that park on the road, or unregistered vehicle, local government can arrest them. They can confiscate the vehicle. Donations too. Donation can be from individual or company. Some company like Dangote, they can say, okay, this our office that I'm located, the local government within this area, let me donate a vehicle for them, or let me donate a sum of money for them so that we can assist them. So donation too can come from prominent individual. Let me assist this local government. It's allowed. All these are the sources of local government revenue. So you may be asking a question, list 10 sources of local government revenue. When you ask a question like that, that means you can take the sources from either statutory sources or incidental sources or permissive. You can take any of them. But if you ask a question, list 5 permissive sources of local government, that means you have to go to the area of permissive. List 5 statutory sources, that means you have to go to statutory. List 5 incidental sources, that means you have to go to incidental. But when they said explain 5 sources of 10 sources of local government revenue, of 5 sources of local government revenue, they are not referring to either permissive or statutory or incidental. You can take any of them. So that is that. Now, let's look at administration of local government council. How do we administer local government council? Administration of local government council. How does local government council administer? Local government council is being administered by both executive and legislative arms of government. So local government have executive arms. They also have legislative arms. In the area of executive arms, local government is being headed by local government chairman, followed by vice chairman. We have supervisors, we have treasurers, we have secretaries, we have head of personnel. What are the functions of local government chairman? What are the major functions of local government chairman? Function of local government chairman. Number 1 function of local government chairman: management of local government council for proper development. It is the one that will manage the local government council for proper development. Another function of local government chairman: preparation and execution of budget. Local government chairman is the one responsible for preparation and execution of budget. Managing the community effort on development is also one of the functions of local government chairman. Managing the community effort on development is also one of the functions of local government chairman. Now, all these the administration of local government, the executive arms. We mentioned chairman, vice chairman, supervisor, treasurer, secretary, head of personnel. Out of all these people I mentioned, which one do you think we need to know their function very well as a public sector accounting student? Which one do you think we need to know their function very well as a public sector accounting student?
We need to know all their functions, sir.
Yes. Out of these 6 people, for us as a public sector accounting student, one of them, their function is very important to us that can be asked in an exam. So which one do you think?
I think the chairman.
The treasurer. Treasurer. Somebody that manages the fund of the local government. Fund of the local finances of the local government. The person that manages the finances, which is the treasurer. You may be asked, what are the functions of treasurer, local government treasurer? What are the functions of local government treasurer? Now, let's look at function of local government treasurer as stated in the Local Government Reform Act 1988. Function of local government treasurer as stated in the Local Government Reform Act 1988. Number 1, rendering financial advice to the council, local government treasurer. Somebody that will be the local government treasurer, it must be an accountant, a qualified accountant. He must have attained professional exam. He must be a qualified accountant because he will be the one preparing the financials to the local government. He will be the one helping the local government to prepare budgets. So, rendering financial advice to the local government, he will be the one to render financial advice to the local government. Another one, serving as a secretary to the budget committee. When they want to do budget, when they set up a budget committee that will prepare the local government budget, he will be the secretary because he's the one that understands those techniques relating to budget. He's the one that understands how they prepare budget. Capital expenditure, recurrent expenditure, capital revenue. He's the one that understands what is going to entail in the budget. How are we going to segment the budget? Another function, receiving and disbursing money to authorized persons. Receiving and disbursing money to authorized persons. Receiving and disbursing money is the one that will receive the local government money. Is the one that will disburse the money if they want to make any payment. If local government want to make any payment, that payment must be made in the office of the local government treasurer. Another function, keeping proper accounting records of the money collected and disbursed. Local government treasurer is the one that will keep proper accounting record of the money collected and disbursed. Apart from that, Another function of local government treasurer is verifying the correctness, accuracy, validity of all accounting records. Verifying the correctness, accuracy, validity of all accounting records. Another function of local government treasurer is ensure compliance with financial instruction. Is the one that will ensure that local government is complying with financial instruction given to them by the state government. What is financial instruction? Financial instruction means the guideline that will state how the local government will keep their accounting record, how local government will prepare their financial statements. Rendering all statutory return to the state government and federal government. Every month, state government will be demanding for financial report on how local government spend money. Is the treasurer that will be the one to square it, that will prepare it. Once he prepare it, he send it to the local government chairman. Once local government chairman approve it, local government chairman can now send it to the governor, to the state government. If federal government needs report on any money given to the local government, it is the treasurer that will prepare it. So, collecting all revenue due to the government as at when due. Collecting all revenue due to the government as at when due. It is also one of the functions of local government. Another one, maintaining an effective and efficient accounting records. Maintaining an effective and efficient accounting record. Local government treasurer also serve as a signatory to the council bank accounts. So those are the function of local government treasurer. Apart from local government treasurer, let's look at function of head of personnel management of the local government. Head of personnel management of the local government is referred as the council manager. Is the one that will manage the local government, is the most senior civil servant of the local government council. In the case of dissolution of local government structure, is the one that will head the local government. When the tenure of the local government chairman and the councillor ends, is the one that the local government chairman will hand over to. So what are the functions of head of personnel management? All voucher, check shall be signed by the head of personnel management. All contractual agreement, local purchase order, work, such other documents relating to contracts, supply shall be signed by the head of personnel management. The head of personnel management is a facilitator to the audit alarm committee of the local government. Head of personnel management is the one that will be responsible to implement the audit reports on the weaknesses identified in the administration of the local government. He is the chief administrative officer of the council. So those are the function of head of personnel management. Now, let's look at financial control of the local government. What do we understand by financial control? What do we understand by financial control? Financial control. What do we understand by financial control?
Financial controls are the procedures, policy by which organizations monitor and control their financial resources.
Okay. All those measures put in place by an organization to control their funds, to control their finance, is financial control. To control their expenditure, to control their revenue. Local government too, we need to control local government funds. We need to control local government money. Because if we don't control it, people will embezzle local government funds. How do we what control can we put in place to safeguard local government funds in the hand of those officials of the local government, those who are managing the local government, those who are running the affair of the local governments? So what are those controls that we need to put in place? That is what financial control of the local government is talking about. Financial control of the local government is divided into two. We have internal control and external control. Internal control are those controls that are designed within the local government to control the fund of the local government. But the external control are the control that are not within the local government, but they are from the external party, but they can use it to influence the local government fund, to safeguard the local government fund. Now, let's look at internal control measures put in place by the local government. Internal control measure put in place by the local government. One of the internal control measures put in place by the local government is issuance of financial authority. Financial authority means warrant. This one means that if local government want to spend money, somebody has to approve it. And there's an authority limit. There's a limit of money local government chairman can approve for payment. If you want to approve a money that beyond the local government chairman power, governor has to sign, governor have to be aware. Local government treasurer, there is a limit of money he can approve for payment. Local government vice chairman, there is a limit of money they can approve. Local government chairman, there is a limit of money. Warrant is an instruction given to an accounting officer to release money that was appropriated in the budget. Anytime we want to spend money in the public sector, in government, that money has to be spent through warrants, instruction. So warrants are in relating to local government. The local government chairman will give a warrant to the council treasurer to release fund. And that fund has to pass through the approval of the legislative arms. Another internal control measure is appointment of committee for different services. In local government, we have transport committee, we have health committee, we have market committee, we have work committee, we have education committee. What the essence of doing this is to break down the chain of command, to break down it so that it is not only the local government chairman that will be the one to be running all the affair. Though all this committee, at the end of the day, they will still report to the local government chairman. Centralization of all payments. Centralization of all payments. Any payment that want to be made in the local government, it has been centralized. That means that payment must be made in the office of council treasurer, which is the finance department. Another one, establishment and maintenance of internal audit department. Local governments too should have internal audit department so that they can checkmate how their finances is being run, so that they can recommend if there's any weaknesses in the internal control of the local government. Another internal control measure put in place by the preparation of standing order. Standing order have to be made before any money can be expended. Another one is budgetary control. They have to be approval of budget. They have to be preparation of budget. Local government cannot spend money that is not appropriated for in the budget. Do we understand? Do we understand? Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
So, all these are the internal control measures of the local government. What are the external control? One of the external control is legislative control. The State House of Assembly, they have a control on the local government. They can suspend the local government chairman if any of the local government chairman is found guilty of mismanagement of fund. Federal government control too. Federal government too, every month they will be demanding financial report from the local government on how the local government spend the statutory allocation and the share of value-added VAT, value-added tax sent to them by the federal government. State government control, state executive control too. State government too, they will be demanding monthly report or weekly report on how the fund of the local government is being spent by the local government. We also have Office of Auditor General for the local government control. We also have Office of Auditor General for state control. They are still part of external control. We also have Office of Auditor General for the Federation control. All these are the control of local government. Now, let's look at problems or challenges or limitation of local government council. What are those problems, challenges, limitation of local government councils? Let's look at that. Number one problems or challenges of local government is inadequate fund. Inadequate fund. local government does not have adequate funds to execute their projects. Local government, they don't have adequate funds to execute their projects. Another challenges or problems of local government is delay from the federal government and state government in releasing funds, in releasing their statutory allocation. Federal government will delay to release the statutory allocation. Once federal government release the local government statutory allocation, they will put it in the joint account. In that joint account, governor will not release it to the local government on time. Even some governor, they will not even release it at all to them. They will be saying that local government, go and generate internal revenue on your own. Please leave this statutory allocation given to you for the governor to manage. Inadequate another problems or challenges of local government is poor revenue collection in the local government council. Local government council, they don't know how to collect revenue. There are a lot of opportunity revenue that local government is supposed to be collecting because of familiarity or because the local government is too near to the people. They overlook such kind of revenue. Some of those revenue even collected by the local government official are not even accounted for, cannot be accounted for. Another problems or challenges of local government is lack of qualified and experienced personnel. Virtually 60% of those who are working in the local government, they are secondary school holder. I can say 70% of those who are working in the local government, they are secondary school holder, or 80%. We don't have adequate qualified and experienced personnel in the local government. Even those who are heading the local government, the chairman, the councillors, vice chairman, secretary, they may not finish university. Some of them are not graduate because according to the constitution, if you want to contest for the election of local government chairman, the minimum requirement, you must have a primary school certificate. So some of the local government chairman, they are not graduates. So what do you expect from them? What kind of policy, what kind of plan do you expect from somebody that has not passed through tertiary education? So all these are the challenges or problems of local government. Ineffective, another problems or challenges of local government is corruption and mismanagement of local government fund. The local government chairman, they mismanage the local government fund. Corruption and mismanagement of local government fund, which is embezzlement of fund. They embezzle the local government fund. They mismanage it. Another problem is another problems of local government council in Nigeria is local government, lack of local government autonomy, which is the number one. Local government are not empowered to raise tax on their own, to raise loan on their own. They have been controlled by states. Lack of local government autonomy. Local government don't have autonomy enough. Though the recent judgment from the Supreme Court, to some extent, have given local government power to generate funds on their own, to be on standalone on their own. But despite that, they have not implemented the judgment. So the affair of the local government is still being controlled by the state governor. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think because of I have lectures, my second lecture will start very soon now. I'm having advanced tasks. So I think this is the first lecture for the diet. So let me stop here. So any question, any issue, any observation? Any
No,
question, any issue?
no
Yeah.
questions, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. And I'm very sorry for coming late. Next week will not be like that.
All right,
So
sir.
Thank you,
yes,
sir.
have a nice day. Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye, sir.